Hello there, you're now with me, Hendigui, and welcome to your 5 p.m. English news on TVS. Let's dive into the stories for today. Sarawak United People's Party SUPP President Dr. HIAN has been appointed as one of Sarawak's 3 Deputy Chief Ministers, DCM, in the new state cabinet, the first Chinese DCM in 10 years. This was following the announcement by Sarawak Chief Minister Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Nopeng, who unveiled his new state cabinet lineup today. Meanwhile, Datuk Amar Douglas Ugah Embas and Datuk Amar Awang Tengah Ali Hassan, who served as DCMs in the last administration, have been reappointed to their posts. Sim's appointment as DCM had been expected following the party's stellar performance in the recent Sarawak elections, where it won 13 seats. The cabinet comprises 10 ministers and 26 assistant ministers, which is 8 more than the previous cabinet formed in 2019. Now, as promised under the Gabungan Party Sarawak GPS manifesto, development throughout Sarawak is assured, especially with the latest announcement of the approval of the Gold Mine and Park project in Bau, along with other infrastructures upgrades in the effort to bring positive impact, including income generation to the local populace from the tourism receipts. During the Bau District Council's BDC 65th anniversary celebration held at Tasik Biru Food Village on Thursday, December 30th, the Chief Minister also calls upon private sectors to maximize their involvement in assisting the government in advancing the development and alleviating the economic growth in Sarawak.
Saya mempunyai perancangan secara menyeluruh bagaimana hendak memajukan sektor pelancongan ini. Memang saya telah mengumumkan seperti mana dalam manifesto kita akan memperbaikikan kemudahan-kemudahan tersebut, termasuklah penerbangan yang harus membawa pelancong ke negeri kita. Sebab itu kita galakkan sektor swasta menjanakan ekonomi kita.
Emphasizing on the importance of private sector involvement in the process of development, he said the government cannot do everything alone.
We need the private sector to come in and they will inject funds and the government will facilitate facilities for them to develop certain area including Bau ini.
Abang Johari said it is time to look forward to chart what's needed to be done to further develop Bau. As such, he acknowledged that with a strong mandate for the people comes the huge responsibility to continue developing Sarawak. GPS during the state election has successfully won 76 out of 82 seats. With that, Abang Johari gave assurance that the GPS government will implement the 34-point manifesto in the next 5 years. A recent joint operation between Sarawak Energy Berhad and the police managed to detect the illegal cryptocurrency mining at a house along Jalan Stampind. The double-story semi-detached house was not only found to be operating illegally, but was also found to be stealing electricity. The operation, which was conducted out in response to a public tip-off, uncovered a total of 14 units of cryptocurrency mining servers worth 36,250 ringgit, as well as other technical equipment. In addition to that, it was found that the electricity meter was tampered with, which causes Sarawak Energy to incur about 2,900 ringgit in monthly losses due to unregistered electricity consumption. A police report was immediately lodged and both the operator and house owner will face further actions. SCB in a statement explained that cryptocurrency mining is known to consume a high amount of electricity as it runs 24 hours, which causes the electrical system to be overwhelmed, resulting in unneeded outages that harms equipment and endangers surrounding consumers. Hence, individuals are advised not to neglect any safety concerns for financial gain and to verify that their electrical supply is not from a stolen source. As such, Sarawak Energy Berhad vowed that it will continue to track down all power thieves in collaboration with the Ministry of Utilities Sarawak and the police. Members of the public are welcome to report suspected electricity theft cases in their neighborhood by contacting or emailing Sarawak Energy's Customer Care Center. Now, the overall flood situation has improved, with the number of flood evacuees in 3 states, namely Melaka, Pahang and Selangor, registering a decline as of 12 noon today. However, Kelantan, which is predicted to start flooding at 8 tonight, showed an increase in the number of evacuees, with a total of 510 people from 145 families were evacuated to Flood Evacuation Centers PPS as of noon, compared with 31 people reported this morning. According to the Social Welfare Department JKM Disaster Info application, 8 PPS were opened in Kelantan, involving 7 in Jali and 1 in Pasir Mas. Meanwhile, the official flood info portal of the Department of Irrigation and Drainage DID reported that no major river in Kelantan was at danger level. Only 1 river recorded a warning level, namely Sungai Golok in Kampung Jenob, Tanah Merah. In Selangor, updates on the JKM Disaster Info app reported that the number of evacuees has dropped to 977 people from 244 families who are housed in 9 PPS as of noon today, compared with 2,281 people from 563 families in 13 PPS reported this morning. Now, the United Arab Emirates UAE government has donated essential items to the Malaysian Armed Forces MAF personnel and veterans, as well as Defence Ministry civilian staff affected by the recent floods. Senior Minister of Defence Datuk Sri Hishamuddin Tun Hussein said a total of 3,000 MAF personnel involving 775 families were affected by the flood. As such, Hishamuddin said the contribution not only approved the concern of the UAE government, but also highlighted the long-standing close ties between the two countries. Hishamuddin said MINDEF had so far managed to collect flood relief aid amounting to 3.7 million ringgit, including cash and basic necessities. The contributions were from the Armed Forces Fund Board LTAD, Affin Bank, Baustit Group, Pharma Niaga and Sapura Group. Thank you for staying with me. Now, Proton is offering an enhanced assistance package to ease the financial burden of its customers of repairing flood-damaged cars by providing a 50% discount on selected replacement parts for all models except the Proton X50 and Proton X70. In a statement today, Proton said the new and upgraded package also includes free towing, exterior and engine bay cleaning services. The discount for labor charges has also been boosted to 25%, applicable to all models. Proton IDAR Chief Executive Officer Roslan Abdullah said approximately 600 cars have been delivered to the company's service centers thus far, with many more expected in the following days and weeks. As for Proton X50 and Proton X70 owners, the discount for selected parts has been increased to 25% from the 20% that was previously announced. Customers insured under the Proton insurance program can also claim 1,000 ringgit in flood relief benefits. All assistance benefits offered at selected Proton's 3S/4S centers are subject to terms and conditions. Proton has on December 22nd announced to assist all Proton car owners whose cars may be affected or damaged by the recent floods by offering a 20% discount on selected parts as well as a 20% discount on labor charges for customers who have lodged a police report regarding the incident. The Olympic Council of Malaysia (OCM) will engage with the Youth and Sports Ministry (KBS) to help raise the issue of Israeli athletes' participation in Malaysia to the cabinet soon. Its President Tan Sri Muhammad Norza Zakaria said Malaysia needs to get a definitive decision on the issue, or else things will get even more severe in terms of hosting international sports events in the future. Muhammad Norza said he had met representatives from the International Olympic Committee (IOC) in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, to discuss the matter recently. Last Tuesday, a foreign news portal reported that IOC had issued another warning to countries that refuse to allow athletes from certain nations to participate in major events for political reasons. Muhammad Norza, who is also Badminton Association of Malaysia (BAM) president, also gave assurance that OCM would continuously liaise with all stakeholders to ensure that they presented the right explanation in relation to the issue. Meanwhile, National Sports Council (NSC) Director General Dato Ahmad Shapawi Ismail believed that the government would take note of the matter, including holding discussions with the relevant parties and agencies soon to help them in taking the next course of action over the issue. Right, Omicron combined with the Delta variant is driving a menacing tsunami of COVID-19 cases. The World Health Organization (WHO) cautioned that the situation is putting immense pressure on national health systems. Recapping WHO's response since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom said that he's highly concerned that Omicron, being more transmissible, circulating at the same time as Delta, is leading to a tsunami of cases.
This is and will continue to put immense pressure on exhausted health workers and health systems on the brink of collapse and again distributing lives and livelihoods.
According to Mike Ryan, the executive director of the WHO's Health Emergencies Program, though Omicron looks like being more transmissible, having a shorter incubation period and causing a mild infection, it's based on the largely young population that the variant has been infecting. And that wraps up the 5 p.m. English news on TVS. With that, I'm Handy Gui. Stay safe and have a pleasant day.